I'm Robert Bank, President and CEO of American Jewish World Service, AJWS, and I'm here today in the Senate building advocating with a group of 30 rabbis from 20 states in the United States, having 50 meetings with members of Congress to advocate for three very specific legislative issues that we are proud to stand for American Jews. And I'm here with Rabbi Susan Talve, who is my colleague in the work, and I'm so proud to be here with you. And I know you've been speaking to senators and members of Congress this morning about issues relating to the country of Guatemala right now.
Yeah, we had an opportunity because of the American Jewish World Service to travel on a human rights mission to Guatemala. And you know, we talk about our moral courage. Really what I was inspired by was the moral courage of the grantees, the people who are receiving the support from the American Jewish World Service. And you know, it's one thing to give money, but what the American Jewish World Service really does, and what I witnessed in Guatemala, was we are building relationships. And that's why it was so important to go. We're building relationships, and there are staff members from the American Jewish World Service that are Guatemalan, who have been affected by the genocide, the 36-year genocide that has caused, you know, horrible repercussions throughout the country. And you know, they were the people that were protesting on the streets when we got there, because the present government is trying to get rid of the watchdog organization, CICIG, that has really made in the last 10 years some wonderful progress in holding people accountable. That's the other thing that ties all of our three issues together, is this notion of accountability.
Yes.
And isn't that what America can do? America can hold the human rights violations up and do something about them. You know, our U.S. aid is contingent on our doing good in those countries. And I think the three issues that we are here to lobby for, certainly the genocide that's going on in Burma, which is a personal issue for us as Jews. This happened to us. We promised it would never happen again. And you know, the thing that ties it to Guatemala is, once again, it's the military government that is perpetrating this. And unless you have support from outside people who share your values, it's going to happen again. And it certainly is happening in Guatemala without that oversight. And also the expansion of the global, gag act that's happening right now, that's putting so many people, their health at risk across the world. And you know, this is not good for America.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think talking about the HER Act that we're here to advocate for today, to repeal the global gag rule, a violent rule that has been expanded to all healthcare agencies that receive support from United States aid. And this means that any United States financed organization in the developing world where we are working with women and girls will be depriving people literally of their lives, access to healthcare, access to information about reproductive health, access to possibilities for their future lives. And I want to go back to the Rohingya for a second, because Rabbi Talve, you spoke so eloquently about that. And that is such a deeply Jewish-rooted issue. You know, 1.3 million people have been being forced to flee over the past couple of years from Western Burma to squalid, overcrowded refugee camps in Bangladesh. And what they want is a decent life back in their own country. They want to be repatriated. They want to have their rights as citizens upheld. And while they're in these refugee camps, we are campaigning today for and advocating for the United States Congress to approve, to stand up for, to pass the Burma Human Rights and Freedom Act, which says it all, right?
It does.
It's really about human rights and freedom that we should all be entitled to. And there are so many stories of rape, of killing, of violence, of crimes that shock the conscience of our humanity that have occurred in the country of Burma. And we're so excited because there's real traction in both the Congress and the Senate right now House of Representatives and the Senate to move this Burma Human Rights and Freedom Act. And you being here, speaking your voice, is so powerful.
Well, I hope so. And I hope that people understand that this huge coalition that includes Jews from every corner of the spectrum of being Jewish is very important, that this is a non, this is a religious issue for all Jews, from most progressive to most orthodox. We all agree on this, and kind of it should be a bipartisan issue as well, because it is about basic human rights.
Yes, absolutely.